I'm going to show you how to edit the layout of your store. Now, it's important that you pay close attention in this video because the way that it works is actually really, really smart and simple, but it can be a little bit tricky to understand the first time. Once you understand it, you'll see why it's set up that way and it's so powerful. So let me start by showing you the storefront itself. This is a demo store that I've set up. And so you understand how the store is designed. Okay, each of the sections that you see is what's called a module. So right up here, like this banner, is a module. It's a slideshow module. Over here, we have the opt-in module. And then we have the new arrivals module, is this product module in the middle where it shows the new arrivals. And then you have the featured brands module, and so on. You have the Facebook module, and then you have the Twitter module. And so basically the way that it works is the modules can be modified themselves. For example, I could change the name on this one, or I could change the text color. I could change the banners that exist on this one. I can change the opt-in form. And the modules can also be used in a layout to change the way that they appear on the store. So for example, if I wanted to put the slideshow below the new arrivals and I wanted to put the featured brands above the opt-in, you change that with a layout. Okay, so the modules are basically the content that you see, and the layout is the order that you see them. So where they're laid out on the page. All right, so with that in mind, let's go back over here to our dashboard and let's take a look. So if we go in here to design, you'll see at the bottom there's modules. Okay, so these are the different modules that are installed, and then you have layouts up here. So let's start just by modifying the layout so you can see how clear it is. So if I click on that, it brings me to a list of all the pages, and I can edit the layouts with the pencil. So this here is our home page. So if we want to edit the way it looks, we have to go down to where it says home and we click the pencil. And this will open our layout. Now you can see the way that it's set up, the modules are listed here and where they're located on your page are listed here. And so it's real simple. If I want to change, as we said, right, let's change the opt-in form to go below and let's put the brands at the top. So we want to look at our left column, the brand we have in the left column in the top position, number 1, we have the brands. And then we've got the opt-in form in the left column at position 0. So the lower the number, the higher up on the page it appears. So 0 appears at the top. A 1 would appear below it, which is exactly what we've got. We've got the opt-in form, and then we have the brand appearing just below it. So let's reverse those. Let's put that at 0, and let's put that at 1, and then let's save those changes and let's see what happens to our store. Now we go back to the store and we refresh it, and now you can see the brands are at the top, and you can see that the opt-in form is now below it. Okay, so that is how the layouts work. Now for the center section, it's exactly the same thing. We would go back to our home, click the pencil, and then anything that is content top is the one that's right in the middle. All right, so we know that we have the new arrivals is in the second position, and the slideshow is in the first position. So the slideshow is going to appear above it. If we want to reverse that, we'll just reverse the numbers and we'll click save. And now when we go back to our store, we can see that again, it's changed. Now the new arrivals are at the top, and we'll find if we scroll down, the slideshow is going to appear below all of that. And there it is. So that is how you change the order of things. Now, each of these is a different page on your site. You know, some of these you don't really need to change the layout. I mean, on the compliance page, the contact us page, that stuff doesn't really matter. Where you might want to change the layout is on the category page, because if somebody clicks on a category, it'll show them all the products in the category. You might want to change that one. You might want to change home is the most common one, obviously, and on the product page. Okay, so the product page is when someone clicks on an actual product to view it. If you want to move things around on that page, those would really be the only three that I would recommend looking at if you want to change them. Now, again, like with everything with this store, the default settings are set up to be the best for you. So you don't need to change any of this stuff, but I just want to show you how to do it. So now there's another thing that we can do. We can add new modules. Let's say the Facebook module was not in there, okay? And let's say the Twitter module was not in there. And let's just save it and go back to our store. And let's refresh the store. Okay, now if we look along the left-hand side, we have the featured brands, we have the opt-in, but we no longer have Facebook or Twitter. So let's say we wanted to add Facebook, and let's say we wanted to actually put it at the top left, or let's say our Twitter feed. So what we're going to do is we're now going to go in here, and we're going to go to our home page, and then we're going to click the plus because we want to add a section. We want to add a module to the layout. Then we're going to choose which module we want to add. All right, so in this case, we want to add our Twitter timeline, and we want to add it to not content top, but we want to add it to the left. So you can add sections to the right, to the left, to the bottom, or to the top. So we want to add it to content left, column left rather, and we want to put it in the top position. So we need to make it 0. This one's already 0, so we need to make that 1, and we need to make the opt-in now 2. And if we go and we save it, and then we go back to our store, you'll see that now the Twitter feed is right here. Okay, so that is how you can change the sections on your store and move them around. It's also how you can add new sections. And that's going to be really important for what we're going to cover next, because I'm going to show you how you can add custom modules like additional promotional banners and things like that. And so I'm going to show you that next, but that is how you edit the layout on your actual store and the different pages.